Hello YouTube, and welcome to another OpenSCAD tutorial. How can I wrap a flat surface around a cylinder in OpenSCAD? This was a question I asked myself. OpenSCAD doesn't provide a ready-made method, so we need to write our own. Luckily, we don't have to invent the wheel here. Others have done that already. Justin Lin has written a very handy tutorial on his website openhome.cc. How to wrap a text around a cylinder. I'll put a link in the description below. For this video, I want to take it a step further and wrap a PNG image over part of a cylinder, resulting in a curved image. It seemed like fun to combine this technique of wrapping with the 3D print of a lithophane. A lithophane is an engraved image on translucent material. Many 3D printers have already produced lithophanes, sometimes with stunning results. For this experiment, I use white PLA because it has excellent translucent properties. Now first, let me explain the basics on how to wrap a 2D image around a cylinder. First, we create a circle out of triangles. These triangles are then extruded to segments to form a cylinder. Next, all segments of the cylinder are lined up in a row, and the image is placed on the far side, but just within the limits of the segments. When we intersect the image with every individual segment and return the segments to their original position in the cylinder, a curved image emerges. In this video, I'll first show the OpenSCAD script. Then I'll import the STL file in Cura and show the settings that I use. And finally, I show you the printed results. So let's take a look at the script first. Now let's take a look at the script. And actually it's not that long, and it consists only of two modules. So in this module the PNG image is placed in the right orientation, and in this model I take a segment out of a circle. And let me get rid of this exclamation mark, and then let's move to the main part, which is a loop that intersects the image with a segment of a cylinder right here. Now let me just demonstrate that. So when I work from the inside out and I place an exclamation mark here, I press F5. So actually let me place the exclamation mark right here. So I rotate the image to an upstanding position. Let me increase that a little bit. So here's the preview. So this is the image, this is the PNG image that I imported right here. And I corrected the thickness and placed a cube behind it. And let me remove that exclamation mark. And what is done right here. So the second part within the loop. So this is a segment of a cylinder, right? So and what we do every time in this loop, we intersect. So I can place an exclamation mark. Let's move this and place the exclamation mark here. I can intersect one part of the image with the cylinder. And I think I have to comment this out. And now, for instance, if I type I is, let's say 3. Okay, and I press F5. So I hope this is clear. But this is an intersection between the fourth part of the cylinder with the image. So I remove that, and this, remove the exclamation of the comment here. So now I've got the full loop, and if I press F5 for pre-render, takes some time. We're getting there. Okay, and there it is. Okay, it's getting slow on this computer, but it's there. And let me rotate it a little bit. Yes. So now it's, as you can see, it's curved with the different segments here. And if I place, if I place here another rendering modifier and press F5. Okay, so now we have vision of the, let's move that a little bit, yes. Okay, so we have vision of the image and all the segments and the complete cylinder. So when I move upwards to the variables right here, all the variables, and I have this Fn determines the number of segments of the cylinder. So let's change that to 72. And now press F5. And there it is. So we see I have more segments. So the double number of segments. But it's there. So let's remove this, this modifier. So press F5. Okay, and here we are. Let's move that upwards a little bit. Okay, now if I want to create an STL file, I do have to render this. And on my computer the rendering takes about an hour. So I'm going to render it, and in the next part of the video I'll show you how it looks like rendered in Cura. So I've opened my model in the slicer, which is Cura, and for the first thing I'm going to do is going to scale it down, because it's pretty big now, and let's make this 0.45. So let's say about 3.5 hour print, so that's okay. So let's rotate it a little bit. Okay, so here it is. Now let's take a look at the parameters. First of all, for these Lithophanes to print, we need to set the layer height to 0.1 millimeters, and I use a fill density of 100, and I use a very low print speed of 20 millimeters per second. And finally I need a brim for adhesion support. So with this settings I can save it, and I'll save it to the desktop. It's already there, but I replace it. So now I have the G code. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a platform, and I go to load to the desktop and open the G-code. So it's slowly loading. So we wait for a few seconds for the lithophane to emerge. Okay, so there it is, and we don't see much yet, but I can assure you it's there. And when I rotate it a little bit or tilt it, you can see vaguely the girl on the image. I'm going to go to the top, and when I browse through the layers, you can see differences in thickness of the layer. And when I zoom in a little bit, you can see it a little bit better. Okay, and with that we go to the 3D printer. This is how the curved lithophane came on my trusty Hefesto 3D printer. I was pretty satisfied with the results. I leave a link in the description of the video to the OpenSCAD file, together with the PNG image, so maybe you can have a go at it yourself. If you want to use your own image, please change the height and width in the script accordingly. The result is most spectacular with an LED right behind the image, but it is also apparent if another light source is used, such as daylight. Okay, that's it for now. I hope you liked this video, and if you do, please comment, like or subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye!